It is a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be in week one, having the opportunity to kick off this season of football. It's important, I guess, you know, when you're outside, you get a chance to see the grass freshly cut and smell it. That lets you know that it's football season. So it's here, it's up on us, and we're excited about the opportunity. Before I begin, I'm going to speak a little bit about just some general information about the University of Cal at Berkeley, and then take any questions from there. And then after that, I'll defer to my offensive and defensive coordinators to allow them to address either side of the ball that we'll be competing against on this particular weekend. And then if you have any questions, feel free to ask them as well. We're playing Cal Berkeley this week. We've been studying University of California Berkeley for a long time now. We'll fly out on Friday to go and participate in that contest on Saturday at 2:00 p.m. Very, very exceptional football program. Not only a great program with a lot of tradition, but also a lot of great coaches on their staff. Sonny Dykes is a personal friend of mine. He's been in the area, coached at Louisiana Tech, been at Navarro Junior College. He's also been at Northeast Louisiana, the former Northeast Louisiana, which is now the University of Louisiana Monroe, and other places as well. And he's also been out on the West Coast one time prior to as well. A very, very bright offensive mind, and even a better person. And so they are a very, very tough opponent. They're an FBS opponent. We're expecting a tough football game, especially a tough atmosphere. With a lot of Grambling support out there as well, because we have a huge alumni base out there also. So it's going to be an exciting weekend, and a weekend that we look forward to. One thing about playing FBS opponents, with them having 85 scholarships and us having 63, normally the difference is in the kicking game. So for us, we want to make sure that we're sharp as we possibly can be in the kicking game, and then also offensively and defensively. Eliminate any mistakes to try to have a chance at the end of the ball game. We're looking to go in and play our style of football, play fast, play physical, be aggressive, and also play smart. So it's going to be a very, very exceptional football game, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Any questions?
What are some of those challenges, other than the scholarships, that you think that we will face in California?
Well, anytime you play on the West Coast, it's a different time change. We'll have a little bit of time on Friday to kind of adapt, to the surroundings, to the weather and things of that nature. So that won't be much of a problem for us. But then also, too, we're playing in front of a huge crowd, which shouldn't be that big of a deal also, because Grambling is used to playing in front of large numbers of crowds. But the speed of the game will be a little different initially, so it'll take a little time to kind of get adjusted to the speed of the game. We also have a lot of speed as well, so it's just going to take a little bit of adjusting, and we have to adapt and be ready for whatever.
Coach, Sonny likes to play that fast ball game too.
Definitely.
So obviously he wants to keep your defense on your heels all day.
Definitely. Well, that's also important for us as well. We play the same style of football. Our defense has seen it from us for the last 2 years. So they understand, how to prepare, for those type of opponents, and we look forward to it. It's going to be a great ball game, a great contest. We want to make sure that we're playing well and playing mistake-free.
So when does your relationship date back with Sonny, and have you had any conversations, or will you have conversations this week at all? Any texts or anything exchanged? We
haven't had any text conversations here recently. We did talk a couple times this summer. But it dates back to 2007, I think, or 8, when he was at Louisiana Tech. He had an opening, and he wanted me to come over and talk with him about a potential opening there. But it didn't work out, and I'm here, and he's there, but we're still good friends.
How would you say the offenses compare, maybe? Obviously, you're both fast-paced, but
right.
If you can kind of compare and contrast them a little bit.
Well, I think they're a little bit more, and Coach Todd can kind of address this. I don't want to step on his toes. A little bit more 10 and 20 personnel. We kind of mix things up a little bit more and go deeper. But I think when you kind of look at both offenses, they're somewhat similar. When you look at the sizes outside, receiver-wise, and also the type of backs that we play with, I think we're a little bit different at quarterback because we depend on a little bit more legs of our quarterback more so than they do. But more importantly, both styles are effective. So we're looking forward to it.
Their quarterback had a really good year last year.
Definitely.
And I believe he's a junior now, so another year under his belt. Just what were some of your takeaways when you watch him on film?
Well, I'll tell you, he's a very exciting player, and he's got a live arm. And then when you look at the fact that, they set, I think, about 25 records last season. When you look at what they were able to do, not only on offense, but in different phases in the kicking game, blocking punts and all of that, that says a lot about them also, too. They have also another good friend of mine, Mark Tomadol, who's the special teams coordinator over there, who has been in the area also, too, and he's worked with my father on several occasions. So these guys can really coach the game. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but I feel we have a good coaching staff and excuse me, guys that understand the game as well, and it's just a matter of us putting it out there.
Coach, I know you don't have a choice, but are you ready to play a football game, so to speak, or do you wish you had in a few more days, or there's some things you got to still get worked out, or is it time to get in there and see where you need to go?
Well, it doesn't matter when you start. You're going to always feel that there's something else to work on. I think the more important thing is to get in there and get going because you learn more from playing the game. And anytime you get an opportunity to play against another opponent with fans watching is always great because, we're dealing with 18 to 22, 23-year-old young men. And sometimes what they do on the practice field, they don't necessarily do on the game field. So it's always good to get out there, get to know you guys. There's a lot of guys playing for us that have played in the past. So there's not much that we need to learn about our team, but there are a couple of spots that we still need to learn about. So we're just excited and elated to have the opportunity to go out to the West Coast to play a game. It's been a while since we've been out there, but this is the first opportunity that we've played Cal Berkeley, so we're looking forward to it.
I believe that in the last couple of years since Sonny got there, their defense has given up like the second most points, like second most yards in the entire country. So it's apparent that you can score on their defense. How much, I guess, does y'all's defense play into a part? If you can score on them offensively, but their offense is, we just talked about their quarterback, probably among the top in the country.
Well, I think it's important. I think offense and defense feed off each other. But one thing I can tell you about Coach Dykes, if there was a weakness in the past, I promise you he addressed that weakness. So for us, it's about making sure we do what we do. It's not about them. It's about us. It's about us defensively, keeping them running another play and then getting off the field. But then also offensively, keeping the ball away from them and scoring points. So that's the whole goal, is to put the ball in the end zone and stop them from getting in the end zone. They're exciting. We're exciting. So we're just looking forward to the challenge.
How comfortable would you say you feel in terms of eliminating big plays? That was a concern, obviously, last year.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm comfortable, because we haven't played a game this season, but I am looking forward to it. I'm excited about what we've been doing. We've done a lot of good things in training camp and also in the spring. So I'm looking forward to seeing us against someone else.
What would you say the biggest gains have been made since the scrimmage, since the last time we saw you?
I think the biggest gains is tackling. I think we're doing a really good job of tackling. I think we're doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of us. Turnovers, I've seen us do a good job of really intercepting the ball. And offensively, I think we've done a good job of running the football and continuing what we do in the passing game. So I think we're overall a better football team, but we still have to see how we look, in a game, amidst another crowd and another team.
I know you're really only concerned about yourself, but when you hear that you go into the game as a 44.5 underdog, what do you think?
Hey, I wouldn't have it any other way. You don't have anything to lose. I expect that, and that's fine. But people don't know us either. So I really don't hope. I don't put any weight into that. That doesn't matter to me.
Moving a team across the country, logistic-wise, there may be some guys on the team that probably has never been to California or even on a plane, for that matter of fact. How have you taken any different adjustment that you have than moving them to, say, like Dallas, New Orleans, Houston, or something like that?
You know, that's always, and every program goes through that in the first couple of weeks, because at some point, no matter who you are, you're going to be traveling an 18-year-old kid who's never been on a plane before, or who's never been to another part of the country before. So, I mean, that's something, that's just an adjustment that the only way you get better is to do it. So I think, you know, we addressed that last year. It'll be a joke again on the plane this year. You know, that happens every year. So I don't really put too much weight into that. It's just an adjustment. It's something that you have to go through and deal with and move forward.